My name is Giani Russo, a.k.a. Carlo, the infamous son-in-law from The Godfather. I'm now known as the Hollywood Godfather, and this is my story.
Before all of the wins in my portfolio, I was a little boy diagnosed with polio. Experimenting with cures, I tried every one. Felt everything in my right, but my left was numb. Walking with a limp, like will I ever run? Once again, or is this it? Am I forever done? Living in the hospital was never fun. Some people were cool, but not everyone.
Welcome, everybody. Tonight is one of my favorite shows. He's one of my favorite people in the world. And basically, I was there when he started his career, long before that. But before I introduce our amazing guest, you all know him, I want to introduce my co-host and the co-host to all of us, Jeannie Raymond. How are you, my love?
Hello, I'm so excited. Such a great guest. I'm so excited to visit with you. So thanks for
We actually have two
me.
guests, but we don't know if the big star is going to show up. But before we go any further, Steve Schirripa, I love you, my man.
Hey, buddy. Good to see you, my friend. We were talking earlier. I mean, we know each other. It's 40, I'm going to say it's 43, 44 years.
That's
around
amazing.
that area.
And you know, I have to say publicly, you have not changed with all your stardom. But you were going to UNLV at the time, and then you went to the Riviera. Prior to that, you were working at State Street.
I was working at State Street. I worked for you. I worked at Paul Anka's club. I
Right,
worked at the
Jubilation.
brewery in Vegas, all famous Vegas clubs. Right? I mean, the Jubilation was a hot spot. You would come in, okay? You lived down the block. You only lived a block away. You had your Rolls Royce convertible. You had the driver, the fat guy, Fremo. What was it?
Primo, yeah, good memory. Wow.
Fremo made me look like an Olympian. He was so fat, right? And you
Right.
pull up, and you had your own booth every Wednesday and Friday, I think it was.
Yeah.
That was the swinging club in town there. Everybody, all the celebrities came in. And then the brewery later on, they stayed out until 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. And then your place was a great place, you know.
Uh,
I remember when Sinatra came in one night in State Street.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Sinatra, I tell you, Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy, they were such supporters of it. You know, they did the opening for me. It was amazing.
I mean, it was a great place because at that time, it was the only place like that. You know, you would perform, Sonny King would perform. It was a nice place. You got Jeannie, you're too young for this. But it was a nice place. All the bosses in the casinos, they came there. That was the spot. You had to be dressed nice. It was a nice place. I mean, for the time, I don't even know what the prices were. Right? It was probably expensive for the time. What was the drink? $7.
Yeah, everything was $7, I think. All the drinks. It was crazy.
I mean, it was a beautiful place. The food was great. They had a beautiful bar. Then they had Gianni would perform, or Sonny King, or somebody would perform. And it was a really good spot, man.
And we served gourmet food till 6 in the morning. That was the trick.
It was great. Really,
Everybody
really good spot.
Yeah.
You know,
And now, Commercial Center, I mean, it went
no.
south. They're trying to bring it back, but
Oh, no, it never happened.
yeah.
But you were there for that infamous night when my friend from Pablo Escobar came
There
in.
you go. There you go.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
Jeannie, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, I met a guy here. Steve, I live in Utah. Okay. That's so it's so
Are
funny.
you a
that
Mormon?
Huh?
Are you a Mormon?
Well, I was baptized as a Mormon a long time ago. I guess I'd be called the Jack Mormon.
You're
So
a
I
Jack.
was, yeah, I'm a Jack. But very wonderful people. I grew up around wonderful, wonderful people. But I do not spend a lot of time in church. But I will tell you, I met my brother has a very good friend that was a park attendant. What were they called? The parking lot guys.
Valet,
That park the
valet.
cars there.
Valet, yeah.
Valet, yeah, a valet. Thank you. And I said, you've got to come in and say hello. And I think he's a little nervous because I think he's back in Utah and he's not talking about, he's thinking what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. But he came and parked cars for you guys for a long time.
Oh, really?
Like Gianni's nephew, I think it was. So they said that was the hopping place to be.
That was a good
Absolutely
spot.
love it.
Well, you know what? There's a lot of Mormons in Las Vegas. People
Oh
don't
my
know
God,
that. There's a ton of Mormons that, listen, I know they're not supposed to. They work in casinos, they work in bars, they work all over the city. They're
Yeah.
everywhere. I mean,
Well, it's close. It's so close. It's easy to get there. You could get there in half a day and go right
Yeah.
below the hill.
they
No,
got
but a
that
lot of them,
big.
like Steve said, they made careers there. Perry Thomas was the president of Valley
Sure.
Bank.
Oh, that's right.
Absolutely. They were very powerful, maybe still are.
Still are, I think.
I've
Yeah.
been out of there, but they were big businessmen and women in Las Vegas for a long time. Yeah, and they got that huge chapel
Oh my God,
up
yeah.
on Sunrise Mountain. Beautiful.
And that's why, to me, watching you grow, and when I heard that this is the last season of the Blue Bloods, and you're all going to retire.
That's it. I don't know about retire, but unless something fantastic comes along, I'm going to enjoy. I've been very lucky, Johnny. I've been working for 24 years straight,
And
just
Sopranos, I mean, great shows.
just with the acting stuff,
Right.
After The Sopranos, I was on The Sopranos for 7, 8 years, 9 years. Then I was on a show with Molly Ringwald for 5 years. And then I got on Blue Bloods. It's been 9 years. So I've been very lucky. And I want to take time off and kind of smell the roses a little bit. This is the first time I can, you know what I mean? Before that, I was always hustling. So I kind of, and then I worked in Vegas from when I got there in 1980. So I've been working a long time, man.
No.
So I want to
I
take
mean,
it
but
easy,
it gives me great pleasure because I talk to you regularly, but you never changed with all your stardom. I know I have a lot of friends as you do. Once they get that, Johnny who's calling what, they give you that phony stuff.
Well, of
You-
course, but they were assholes from the beginning, Johnny. You know what I mean?
Well, I know,
I
unfortunately.
mean, I just heard about a kid today. He's a big star now. I'm not going to mention him. He's a big star. He became a comic. He worked for me at the Riviera years ago for 2,000 a week. Now he's all over the place. A couple of guys, they were background on a movie with him. They asked him to take a picture. He said he couldn't. So no, I'm in character. You're in character. What are you?
He's a real character.
Listen, I always tell people I'm the regular guy with a good job. I mean, but you've seen a lot more than me, but I've seen them change right before your eyes.
Oh, I know.
Right before your eyes, so,
Amazing.
and then it goes away and they're back to the zero,
Hello.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing, Willie Boy.
Exactly.
The dog. I mean, you're all over with that. You got a whole new franchise with him.
Well, listen, he's the smartest dog. He's a beautiful guy. He's 5 years old. He's a wiener dog. We've had wiener dogs in the past. And then we started making these videos, just, playing around. And one of them got 16 million views.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I'm not kidding you. So he eats everything, the sandwich, ice cream, he eats up, but people think that he's eating bad stuff. I mean, he's eating doggy ice cream, they think he's like I'm getting Mr. Softy, So we make these videos, my wife films everything, and we're gonna be, I don't know, when is this airing, but
This is airing in 2 weeks.
all right.
So anything you want-
They got us baseball stadiums have been calling us. So we're going to be June 23rd in Rockland, New York, at New York Boulder Stadium. Willie Boy is on the field. We throw out the first pitch and take pictures. He's kind of famous, Willie. There's not a day goes by, I swear. I walk around New York City. Where's Willie? Where's Willie Boy? Where's the dog?
Oh yeah, no, I could imagine. I mean, it's gotten infectious as far as him being everywhere with you, and now, as you told me, you're getting these engagements.
Now they're calling us. I'm not kidding. So we did one ballpark in New Jersey. All right, it sold out 6,000 seats.
Wow.
6,000 seats. I'm not kidding you. At the Somerset Patriots baseball, and then I got another call from Pittsburgh. I got another call. We couldn't work them all out. Maybe next year, but they calling for me and Willie. He's going to
That's
chase
great.
the balls in the outfield.
Well,
That's
I'll
great.
tell you, I was watching it today I haven't seen anything that he doesn't like. He eats watermelon, he eats carrots. I'm like, that dog eats better than I do.
He
He's
eats
hilarious.
everything.
And he's so well, and he's a fast little runner. So I see you're keeping him slim and trim. By
Yes.
taking him out. He's darling. So cute.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. And then last year we did it 2 years in a row in Huntington Beach. They got the wiener dog races. There's a wiener dog convention. It's on the beach,
Are
Johnny.
you kidding?
200 wiener dogs.
Wow.
He did the race, and he won a couple of heats. And then I think he said, "The hell with this." He got tired. He said, "The hell with this. I'm gonna go lay down." So he won twice
That's
against
funny.
6 other dogs. He won, and then he went, I'm done. I'm done.
Guy's famous
Hey,
for
hey, now he realizes he's a star. We got to talk
Right.
to him. See?
the guy on the food. That's easier
He's
work.
funny. That's it. He wants to eat. He eats anything. He's right.
So cute. Well,
So
yeah,
what coast are you going to retire on? Did you pick it yet?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm retired, but I got a
I mean,
house.
I mean, slow down, not
I've
retire.
had a house in California, in Laguna. I've
Right.
been there for like 8 years, and I'm looking around in Rhode Island.
Oh, wow. I love that.
Rhode Island. I like Rhode Island, so I'm looking around up there, to stay on the East Coast. I have my 2 daughters are here in New York with me. They're married, so I want to stay close to them, me and my wife. And
I remember when I used to bunk into you downtown at that pizza place.
yeah, the Arturo's, great pizza.
Arturo's. Great pizza.
70 years that place is there.
I know. I've been going there all that time.
Yeah, I like it there. I like Scott's the owner and Lisa. They're good people. A lot of people don't know about Arturo's, even though it's been there forever.
I
Good
know.
pizza.
The best pie in New York, man.
Yeah, and I go to, where I go a lot, Johnny? Jeannie, have you been to New York City?
I have years ago, but I haven't been to any of these fun places. I'm gonna have to come.
You got to get out of Utah. Come on now. What do you, the witness protection program? Get out of it.
I had a couple of kids, and so that kind of slowed me down, kept me.
Your grandmother, she's at
All right.
ball games and
Yes.
everything.
I
All
have
right.
4 kids now. I have a handful of grandkids, and they're awesome. But hey, I'm willing to travel. Gianni keeps talking about this place where he lives, and I'm dying to see it. So might sneak in for dinner one day.
You got to get
I
out
don't
of
know.
You got to get out of Utah. But you know where I've been going, Johnny? Down on Mulberry Street, Danico.
Oh, yeah, very good.
Danico, great place.
They've been there for a long time, too.
Been there for 30 years, family owned. Nicky and his wife, Angela, and the kids, always
Right.
somebody there. For my money, that's the best place down on Mulberry Street.
Yeah, I mean, that's changed. And those places, like we were all like Lamella after Frankie died, everything's changed.
Yeah.
Angelo's is closed. They didn't even
Yeah.
back up.
Oh, you should try Danico. His name's Nicky. The place is really good.
I know him. I know the family too for many
Yeah.
years.
So that's a good spot. And where else do I go? I go, you find, in New York, for all the restaurants there are, you find good places you like, you go to the same ones.
Oh yeah, why not? It's like
Because
it's like visiting family on Sunday.
Yeah, because for all there are, there's bad ones.
Oh
A lot
my
of bad
God.
restaurants. There's a
Oh,
lot
there's
of
a
good
lot of
ones
bad
and a lot of
restaurants.
bad ones.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I've noticed a big change in New York since 9/11. A
Sure.
lot of restaurants closed and people took over. They didn't know what they were doing. And, and the cost of food and labor, nobody wants to work. They can't even get labor.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I've never seen this country in such bad shape.
I
I hate
know.
to say it. I hate to talk about negatives, but this is we're in trouble. They better fill that White House with some positive.
Maybe we got to move to Salt Lake. We got to move to
That's
Oh, there
Utah.
we
right.
go.
Everything's perfect here where I live.
I
Come on
can
over.
picture you and I walking down Salt Lake. Like,
It seems like things there are under control. No.
oh
I'm
yeah.
keeping it.
Oh, my
I'm
God,
keeping
yeah.
it in good shape. No, it's it. We have our share of bad days, but it's a nice place to live. As far as I know, I don't get out much, but it's very nice.
Yeah.
Got a lot of. It's got the 4 seasons, which 3 weeks ago I think it was. I flew to see my son in Florida and came back, and there was like 4 inches of snow. So, which shouldn't have
Wow.
been, but now it's getting very, very hot again. So, we should
Steve,
all meet up in Vegas.
Steve, going chronologically through your career because you've worked with the best.
So let's see. I was obviously in Vegas. I started. Then when I got to the Riviera, I was a maitre d' there, Johnny, for
Oh, I
19
remember.
years.
Yeah.
And I was running the showrooms, and in those days they would tip.
Oh my
They
God.
tip
Yeah.
in those days. They don't do that anymore. But I caught the last tail end of the cash. I had in my house in Vegas, Johnny. I had them put a safe in the garage.
Oh,
All right.
sure.
So they built a workbench with a false bottom. Under the bottom, they built a safe. I had the cash from my tips, 20s,
Oh, yeah.
10s, 5s. I had it stacked up, I swear to you, this high.
I
And
can
then,
believe it. Oh, I knew Vegas, man. That was, cash was king. Chips, forget it.
you know,
Most guys that were in the know were comped. I was comped at every hotel because of the Godfather, and I was reciprocal when they came to me. But that's and in State Street, as you know, $50, $20, $100 was a norm late at night. These guys
yeah,
had them in
absolutely, absolutely.
So let me ask you real quick: was the Riviera before you met Gianni?
during.
Oh, after, way after.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay. So
started
how
the
did you
Riviera.
guys meet? How
When I
did you
started
guys?
the Riviera in 1986, I know Johnny from about 81. I was a bouncer. Paul Anka had a club,
Yeah, yeah, and the clubs. We were talking about in the clubs at the
and
time.
then
Right.
I lived right near you in that apartment complex, Johnny, next
Yeah,
door, International Villas, which
right.
now is a toilet, but
Oh,
at
I
the
know.
time was a big address. That was a nice
Oh,
address
oh,
to live in.
my apartment. When I was living there. I had a house on Las Vegas Country Club. I had so many. I had too many. Well, I had too many women highlights. Anyway, but
Yeah, but
anyway.
you lived upstairs in the penthouse at the Maria Antoinette. At the
Oh,
time, that was a big address, right? Like there
well,
wasn't
not
many
only
high
that.
rises.
At that time, when you're talking, there was 200 acres of lawn called the Tropicana Golf Course. And I go
Exactly.
on my wraparound balcony. I'm in the desert with 200 acres of lawn. It was like the best place
It
to
was
live.
beautiful, yeah. And I lived next door, but I would run into Johnny sometimes. Remember the Village Pub?
Oh my God, yeah, all the
Four
time.
o'clock in the morning,
Yep.
after work, 4, 5 o'clock. I run into
24
Johnny.
hours a day that place was open.
We're drinking at the bar, 5 o'clock. We lived down the block,
Well,
5, 6 o'clock.
that's when I bought that whole corner on
Yeah.
Clover Lane to Flamingo. I bought 23 acres across the street from that.
Yeah. So I know Johnny from there. Then I
Yeah.
started the Riviera. Then I became executive there, and I was booking all the acts and blah blah blah. Then I started acting just as a hobby. It was just fun to me. There was no pressure. I didn't care if something came to town. Chicago Hope, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Some
Oh,
shows.
Vegas. The show Vegas was there too.
But this before that. I
Oh,
mean, this was before that. So I did well, there was two shows, Vegas. There was the good one with Robert Urich, the
oh
main
yeah,
one,
yeah.
and then there was the later one with James Caan, remember?
I don't remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, there was one with James Caan later
Oh,
on.
after maybe I left. Oh yeah, well,
Yeah, after you
I was
left.
gone.
The original one was great. I saw you in an episode. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I watched the whole series of those. So I started acting like this was a hobby, joking here, there, a couple lines, go to LA. And then I came to New York for a wedding, 1999, and Asian friend of mine got me I said, see if you can get me to read. Maybe I get a couple lines in this show. That's all I cared about. I had
Right.
built a big house in Vegas on an acre of land. I had my 2 kids, and then I got it. So they moved me
Good.
back. They moved me and my family here the next year, and that's what it's been. We've been living here since about 2000,
Wow.
2002. Steady. The kids grew up here for the most part. My wife was born in Vegas. My kids were born in Vegas,
That's wild.
and they've been here. So that's a story. I haven't been to Vegas back very much. I've been back once
Nor
in
I.
the pandemic. Yeah, different.
Let's take a break. I got to do a commercial. We'll be right back. 2 seconds. You out there, don't go anywhere. We know where you live.
Mr. Russo is probably the most interesting man I've ever sat with in my life.
Unbelievable. Still unbelievable. I consider Gianni like Forrest Gump, right? The most interesting man on the planet.
He has achieved so much in his life, and he has proven that time reveals the victorious.
We're basically bringing Giani Russo's life to rap music, if that makes any sense. I'm painting a picture of this guy's life through rap music the best way that I know how.
We're trying to encapsulate his life in segments, chapters if you want to call them that. And Gianni's story's crazy, but then Joel as an artist being able to articulate it, that's also crazy. Everything that you're hearing, this isn't a rapper that's making up something that he wished would have happened. These are things that have happened, that are documented, that you can check on, that you can Google. For you to hear about his life this way and to understand that these are facts and not fiction, you listen to it, you're gonna say, no one man could have lived this life. You have to say that. I've said that. I still say that.
For me, it's very special because it's something that was never done before.
I would just tell people that haven't heard it or about to hear it, if you could watch a movie about the world's most interesting person, would you watch it? This is that movie. You'd want to watch that.
All right, we're back with my friend Steve Schirripa, my man.
So that was it. So that's what I've been doing, I mean, and then I went from one show to the other to the other. Get lucky. There's a lot of luck involved. Johnny,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know that. You know that.
No, tell me, but
These guys make believe, they're changing the world. Listen, you're an actor. I get it.
Hello.
Somebody writes it, and you act it out in the most natural way possible. We're not doing brain surgery here. You're not changing the world.
Right.
You're entertaining people. That's my take on it. You know what I mean?
But I'll tell you what, this from Sopranos to really get your big break and to end with Blue Bloods. What a great run.
Yeah, but listen, Blue Blood's been going since 2010, 14 years.
Right.
It's a terrific show. Tom Selleck, iconic TV character. You got Donnie Wahlberg and Bridget Moynihan. The whole cast is fantastic. I came on in season 6. It's been a great run. I mean, a great, great, great run. It's here in New York. We shoot on the streets of New York. We got a couple episodes left. And then in the fall.
Tell Tom I'd like to do a walk on. They never did a show.
I told them, but, at the end there, they thought we thought we were going to continue on. Listen, it still gets good ratings. I don't know. CBS has other plans. It is what it is. I could only embrace it and say, you know what? It's been a good run. What else could you ask
Yeah,
for?
how could it not be?
I'll tell you, my sister loved the show. We just lost her in February, but she went to the hospital. She fell and broke her leg, and she went to the hospital. And when I went to the house, she had a couple cats, and Blue Bloods was still playing on and on and on. And I was going to turn the TV off, and I thought, no, I want to make them feel like she's not gone. So I just left it on with all the Blue Bloods just
funny.
going and going.
Well, it's on constantly,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it plays all day long on, I think, Ion and the repeats.
Yep,
Very
yep.
popular show all over the world. I mean, it really is.
Well, you
It
know
is
why it's
straightforward,
comfortable?
you know.
It's not, it's the storylines are 3 or 4. You got to think about it. It was
Yeah.
very well written. It's good.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been great. And then, listen, The Sopranos has a resurgence. I mean, we ended the show in 2007. It's more popular now than it is back then because more people watch it. Back then, if you had HBO, there was only 11 million people
Right.
had HBO. So some people had it, some people didn't have it. Now with streaming, there's more people watching the show now than ever, all over the world,
All over the world. I know.
all over the world. I mean, you go anywhere. We went to Australia. We do this, we do that. It's all over the world, you know.
No, I love it. Like you, what we're making off of streaming is insane. It's like
Yeah.
The Godfather. It's 52 years old.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm,
Crazy.
I'm going to Bukaw for 10 days in Abu Dhabi. I don't even know where it is. I had to look it up. It's next to Tehran. It's on the Cyprus Seas.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, that never went away, The Godfather.
Oh no,
It
thank
never
God.
went away, ever.
Nope.
And it won't, you know,
No.
because it's
And
that
there's
good.
such a thirst for that. It's been unreal. But I'm glad you're not. You just don't want another series. You just want to live life now. And
No, listen, if it was something fantastic, I just don't want to go out there and grind it out again. You know what I mean, Johnny? I
oh
don't
yeah,
want
you
to
don't
go
need
out
to.
and, you
Relax.
know, you go out and you get audition. You go, what do you mean? I got to audition. I've done 350 hours of network TV. You want me to audition for 5 lines? And they want you to audition.
Oh, I know they do. They want to feel important. They brought you in. They did their job.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to play an English professor. Let's not kid ourselves. I'm going to play what I play. You see, basically, you see what you see, right? I could play a plumber. I could play a cop. I could play a bad guy.
A bus driver, you can be anything. Forget
Like you
about it.
could be
You know what
a
I mean?
priest. I
Yep.
could see you as a priest.
I played a priest in a
There we
movie.
go.
That's why I took the role because it was a priest. But if you go around Brooklyn and Jersey, and they're priests that are very much like me.
Oh, of course.
Regular guy priests, which I love. I'd rather
Right.
have a guy that's a regular guy, you know what I mean, that's been around. I'd rather have him than a sheltered guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh, I agree.
Well,
Absolutely.
you don't know anything about the shelter guy. Knows nothing about life. He's going to give you advice.
Exactly. Well, that's why I like rabbis. I mean, they're married. They know what's going on. You know what I mean? You know, it's funny. I don't want to get into religion, but, you know, years ago, it was like, you're having trouble with your marriage. Go see the priest. What the hell does a priest know about marriage?
That's
Hello.
exactly right.
Other than you know, officiating over it and making you get married.
You know, what does a priest know? But so but there's guys like that around, and I like that. There's a priest that married my daughter, just a wonderful guy. And we had a priest in Vegas, Johnny, Father White. He
Oh my
married us.
God.
He married us and he baptized my kids. He was a wonderful guy.
I love it over there. I mean, that church is amazing.
Yeah, Our Lady of Las Vegas there. It's
Yep.
beautiful.
Yep.
You know. So and that's my take on you know, getting advice anyway or whatever. You know.
I don't think the way we grew up, and we have similarities. We're on the street. Who's going to tell us now?
Absolutely, absolutely. But you know what I like? You got guys that been terrible people all their lives. Cheaters, just bad guys, just rob people, cheaters. And then as they get older, they start giving money to the church. They think they're going to buy their way
Buy their
into
way in.
heaven. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like an insurance policy. Let me donate to the church.
Of
I'll hang
course.
around him. We'll go see the Pope. We'll give him something, and everything will be squashed, right?
No, I love it. That's the one thing I never gave up was my religion, going to church, and that's why I paid my dues. I feel anyway. But you know, I right now I'm living a dream every day. I'm 82. Where am I going? Can't
82. Well, you look terrific. That's wonderful.
It's the
Wow.
lighting.
82.
Lighting and makeup.
Wow.
So,
I'll
so
be
you're,
82 in December.
that's
It's
right, December
crazy.
12th, right?
Yeah.
I'm
So your
Francis.
two daughters they were educated in New York?
Yeah, they went to high school here, then they went to college at University of Delaware. They went to school in Vegas for, they went to a private school on Eastern. It was on Eastern Avenue. I don't think it's open anymore. They went to a
St.
Catholic
Anne's?
school. What's that? No,
Was it?
no,
No.
no, no. It was called some Christian academy.
Oh, okay.
And they went there. It was a small school. It was great. And then they came here. They went to public school for a little bit in Battery Park City, where I lived. And then they went to Poly Prep in Brooklyn, a private school. Really nice school. It's on 26 acres. It looks like you wouldn't
Wow.
think you were in Brooklyn. It's in Bay Ridge. And then they went to college, and they're both doing great. They married nice guys. One lives in
Both of
Carroll
them I was
Garden.
going to ask you. Both of them are married now?
Both of them are married, nice guys. One lives in Carroll Gardens. The other one lives on the Upper East Side near you.
Oh, perfect.
They're both nice guys. They're very happy, and they're
That's
good
what else
girls,
could you ask for, right?
no problems, good girls, terrific. Never
Okay.
once did our kids, like I don't know, Jeannie, if you might know about, the kids don't want to hang out with you no more. It comes
Oh,
to
yeah, I know.
they're 14, 13. My kids never. We went on vacation. We went here. We went there. We never went through that. I was very lucky.
Yeah,
You know,
well, you are because, well, with all of my kids, I mean, it's insanity because unfortunately I had 10 mothers of them. So
How many kids you got?
I have 10 boys, 4 girls, 10 grandkids, but 10 mothers.
Wow.
yeah, that's the hard part. You
That's
can
the
get
hard
along with
part.
the kids, but those exes will bring you some.
Oh
So-
man, they
10 different wives.
no, 3 wives and only 7 other
Well, I
mothers.
knew your last wife, I guess. No, I knew one of your
Oh,
Barbara. I knew Barbara.
oh no. She was just a mother. That was
Oh, okay.
She was the mother of my son Gianni.
She worked for the Cancer Society.
Of course. Oh
Yeah.
no, you were talking about Cheryl.
Oh, my
sure,
goodness.
okay. I don't know, Johnny. I'm
You're
confused.
confused just figuring out who my wives are.
Listen, Gianni's got a little Mormon in him. He just did them one at a time.
Yeah,
That's
Cheryl ran the Cancer Society because she had it, and then she worked for Oscar Goodman for many years.
Oh, is that a Cheryl? Okay.
Cheryl.
I had the
But it's
wrong
funny
one.
because you hit Barbara. Barbara had a son of mine in Vegas also.
In Vegas also, okay.
Crazy
I
times, crazy
I
times.
lost track there. And then you moved to LA. Didn't you live in LA for a while, Johnny?
Yeah, I moved in LA well, I had a house there for a while. I once I left Vegas, I left after that incident, soon after.
Yeah.
Look, I never went back. I go there now, but I don't even like it anymore.
No, well, it's a completely different place. It's just a different place. That's all. I mean, you don't even recognize the streets. I mean, it's, when we were there,
Oh,
when I moved there was 350,000 people lived there. Now there's 3 million.
what year did you move there?
79, 80. I was there at 79, and then I went back. I finished college, and then I moved back. We lived, on Pecos and DI.
I know, right?
I moved over there near you, in this International Villas. And then I bought my first house, 1986, for $67,000.
Wow.
I was sweating it. I put 5,000 down, 600 a month, all the way out, Johnny, all the way out.
Oh yeah. That's when they were building all that. But now that's worth the main house.
Oh, now it's close, Then I bought an acre of land there in 87 for 25 grand. And then we built a house. We built a really nice house on it. And, it's far out, but it's not,
You had a great run there, though. It was good for you.
I like Vegas. I mean, I liked Vegas a lot. In my 30s, when I started making some money, I liked it there. You knew everybody, like you said.
Like
You
a
get
small town, man. Yep.
I would go, they would call me to Angelo, the maitre d' at Caesars. I would comp him into shows.
Right.
Sinatra was in town. You call him, he takes care of you. This one, it was, I don't know if it's like that anymore. I don't think so, but it was
I
very
don't-
reciprocal.
Well, you
and
told me they don't tip. When you go to a show now, you don't tip
you
anybody?
don't tip because it's a numbered seat, like a concert.
Oh, my God.
It's a numbered seat. They wanted to get rid of all that. So you go and give the guy 100. What's it gonna mean? It ain't gonna mean nothing.
Nothing. No, well, I got there. I got there in 59 and left in 89. I was there 30 years,
30
in and
years.
out. I had a great run.
Is that when you left in 89, huh?
Yeah, I left. Well, the incident happened in the club October 28th, 88. And then right after New Year's Eve, it was getting to be stupid with Spalatro and all these other guys.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? Like you, I made my money. I know where it is. It's in cash.
Yeah. No, I understand. There was all that going on over there. I mean, it was a mess over there. I mean, there was that stuff. I think it's worse today. You got gangs, you got home invasions, you
Well,
got
what they
things
did-
going on over there are very, very bad.
I don't know if you know, but right after COVID, when they reopened, they were giving rooms away. Even Wynn.
Yeah.
People from Compton would come, 6 people in a room. They're having pizzas delivered to their room. They're abusing people at the pool.
But the whole city, it grew, but the police didn't grow with it.
No.
And so it's the Wild West, and you got a lot of people there of all different races, of all, it's very transient. It's always been Vegas. People don't know that. They say they go to the casino. We'd love to live here. It's very transient. People, if you got any problems, gambling, drinking, drugs, it's going to rear its head if you
Going to
live.
exhalate.
It's not an easy place to live if you got bad habits.
No. Oh, no. It'll escalate and you're done.
And in my opinion, the worst habit of them all is the gambling.
Yeah.
I mean, because it'll empty you out, and the guys start borrowing money, friends, family. The
I
gambling.
had 2 family members, my younger sister and my mother. I used to take care of my mother, and she'd say, and they'd let me know because every place I knew. You know what? This is funny. Coming from Vegas, you'll appreciate it, and you probably will also, Gianni. And mother, on Christmas, I was wondering why all the kids got something from a casino. She had points. She had points she had to spend. So
That's
everybody
funny.
had logos. I'm saying, what are you promoting, Vegas here?
Very
Then the logo went on.
That's hilarious.
No, and she
That's
always
really
used to
funny.
max out of American Express. Bail me out, bail me out. I'm done. Every time I said, but what am I going to do? She's my mother.
Yeah, but listen, you've seen it happen a million times. Just people get caught up, and then when I first moved there, they didn't start the slot machines in the bars, Johnny, and in the supermarkets until like 82.
Yeah.
So,
They got rid of all the lounge shows and put in the slot machines.
exactly. But even in the supermarket, so you got
Everywhere.
an old lady, an old man, they go shopping, they wind up costing them $700.
I know.
Because they stopped and gambled.
I know.
And they're in the supermarket. They're in Vons for
They're
3
everywhere.
hours.
Well, I want to thank you for taking the time out. I called you as usual. You said, whatever you want to do. I heard.
Anything for you, my friend. And it was a pleasure to meet you, Gianni.
Well,
And
it's so nice
it's
to
always
meet
good
you.
to talk.
Could you sneak Willie Boy in? Because
Oh, you want me to? All right, let me see if Willie.
we
Let me see.
want to get him on here.
Let me see if he's
with Willie
available.
Boy.
Hold on.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Call his manager.
Call his agent.
Hang on.
That's hilarious.
No,
That dog's got more clothes than I do.
I'm telling you, he is what he is. I mean, just a genuine guy, always has been.
Oh.
It's amazing.
Yeah, great guy. You could tell you've been friends for a long time.
No, but
Oh,
there he is.
Willie Boy.
Willie
Hey.
Boy, you're
Hello to
making
Aunt Jeannie and Uncle Johnny. Say
that's right. Oh,
hello.
your debut on our show. I feel very privileged.
Good boy.
to have
that's
you with us.
right.
He loves the camera. He's a ham. He's like us, John. He's
There
a
you
little bit
go.
of a
I love
ham.
it.
Hello,
Look, he's got a
buddy.
big career. Look, he even knows we're talking about him. God bless.
Yeah. Believe me, you won't believe what he can understand. You say one thing and he jumps up, It's
Yeah, you
it's
can't
very
talk
matter.
about
I mean-
FOOD, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
Well,
Good boy.
Steve,
so
thank you
cute
so
today.
much. God
Thank
bless.
you guys very much, Johnny. I'll be in touch. We'll talk.
Please. And
I'll
give
see
my
you.
best to your wife, please.
I sure will. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank
Right.
you.
Right.
Thanks,
See you
Willie
guys.
Boy. All right. Have a great night. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, that was a great show as usual. And Steve Schirripa is going to go on to whatever he wants to do because that's the kind of personality he is. And he's so well known. I mean, the guy is really, but as you can see, he's just a genuine guy. And when I met him 100 years ago, 42 to be exact, same guy. That I appreciate that more than anything.
Absolutely. You can tell he's a genuine friend, that you guys have had the long,
Oh
long
my God, yeah.
friendships.
Oh, no.
Yeah. That,
Many, many.
nowadays people don't make friends that are lifetime friends, that
Yeah.
they have forever and ever. So it's so
Especially
fun,
in this industry.
I'm sure.
All
And you
right,
guys,
well-
what's funny is you guys went from one industry to the other.
Oh,
both
yeah.
started,
Yeah.
well, you were already in the movies and stuff like that, but boy, you guys have
But it
carried
was the
along.
same pattern,
Right.
same
That's
pattern.
awesome.
Taking
Well, you
advantage of
great.
those times.
Well, that's
How we
great.
doing with all fan mail? What are we,
We
people?
we're gonna have to have a mailbag coming right up. We've got some questions that people have sent in, so we want to tell everyone to
All
go
right,
ahead and
so-
send your.
Audience, next show is going to be mailbag. So between now, then get the letters in. Please support us with our campaign from Marilyn Monroe. We definitely want to change that death certificate from suicide to homicide. We need your help. And for all the ones that are already supporting, tell your friends. We want more. We need more. And until next week, God bless you. Jeannie, God bless you. Love you.
God bless you.
And
Let me just say, everybody, change.org is where you need to go. If you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, we've got it all over on there. Please share it with your friends. It's such a big thing right now. We'd like to see that grow. So please take a look at it, share it, follow us, and we appreciate you. Thank you.
all right, good night now.
All right. Good night, my dear. Love you. Good night, Jose Gama. We're still thinking of you.
And that was that. But I'll be back.
No regrets, no complaints. Lived a life with no restraints. The little kid they all counted out proved them all wrong, that's without a doubt. Laying there with my left side numb, 5-year bout with polio, but yes, I won. From standing on corners like how many pens you want to living in a bakery, then opening my own restaurant. Of course, I had some help along the way. Friends like Frank Costello that I miss each and every day. Things from many years ago still resonate.